moving into 9-2, area of regular polygons. Ta-da! Which one shall we do? Probably number 1, because I'm assuming you're looking at that and you're like, what? Let's not. But let's. I want you to keep in mind that it says leave your answer in simplest form if applicable, meaning any ones that have this little asterisk, little star next to it, you should keep that as simplest radical form. Okay, so that's going to be number 1, because you see we have this square root of 3 here. Okay, like all of these regular polygons here, our formula is going to be AP over 2. Okay, so I like to just start by figuring out which is which. So the apothem is 4 square root of 3 over 3. My perimeter is the number of sides times the side length. So that's going to be 3 sides, and the side length is 8. So that's going to be 24. So the area of this triangle is apothem, which is 4 square root of 3 over 3, times the perimeter, which is 24, all divided by 2. Ooh, that looks gross. It's really not too bad. Okay? So here's what I would suggest. Ignore the denominator right now, and let's just focus on the numerator and simplify that. Okay? So I'm going to take this 24 and I'm going to put it over 1. Then I'm going to multiply the numbers and leave the square root of 3 alone. So what is 24 times 4? It's going to be 96. So the 24 times this 4, 96. Square root of 3. And then when I do the bottom, 3 times 1, that's just 3. Alright, so again, that's just the numerator. It's still going to be over 2 in a second, right? But hey, look, I can now do 96 divided by 3. So this part right here can simplify to 32 square root of 3 over 2. And then I can keep simplifying that. Now I can figure out what to do with that too, which is going to be simplifying. Okay, so 32 divided by 2 is, guess what, 16 square root of 3. Okay, so this right here is the area of my triangle. I know that in general, formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we know our base is 8, but we don't know what the entire height is. Okay, some people might say, well, isn't it just going to be double the apothem? Well, it's not, because the apothem, which is from here to here, that's my apothem, is Miko. That's going to be shorter than this length here. So this is what we call the radius from there to there. It's not the same as the apothem, right? So you can't just double that and say that's your height. Okay, so only use this formula if you can find the height or you're given the height or something like that. The reason we know to use this formula, AP over 2, instead of this formula, is because we are given the apothem, right? So ignoring all of that, right, this is the apothem that's given to me. So obviously I'm going to use the formula with the apothem in it and not the 1/2 base times height. Okay, does that make sense? So like for number 2, you're not going to have square roots because see how they're decimals? But again, it's just going to be apothem times perimeter over 2. Apothem is given. Perimeter is the side length times the number of sides, and then you just plug it in and solve. Easy peasy.